Christ perseveres for you, so persevere for others. Christ perseveres for you, so persevere for others. And we had to start with the first part, because if it just said persevere for others, we would be tempted to draw from our own strength, our own spiritual stamina, and we'd burn out, every single one of us. And there are those who maybe have burned out. And maybe some of you, I don't know each and one of you personally, but maybe that's you. We're reaching the end of a long year. Maybe 2025 has just been so much for you that you just feel like Pastor, I'm hanging on by a thread here. I am just barely making it. And some of you, maybe it's not a thread. Maybe you're sitting there going, that thread snapped like in March, and 2025 has just been a free fall. And I'm just waiting for the crushing blow at the bottom. And so I hope Paul starts with that first part. Again, remember, he's writing to a people who are struggling with despair. And maybe that's where you are this season. And so he says, I need to tell you that as weak and frail as you might be, and that's a hard reality, sometimes even admitting that's difficult, he says, as weak and frail as you might be, the Lord is faithful, and your Savior every day perseveres on your behalf in the presence of God the Father. And he perseveres, and he perseveres, and he perseveres, and this perseverance will lead him back to you one day. So whether you're at the end of your rope, hanging on by a thread, or whether you feel like you're in free fall, the Lord is there to sustain and to hold, and maybe even to catch you in the midst of this. And in light of that, if you can find it within yourself to believe then that's true, and maybe not even emotionally, maybe emotionally you're like, I don't even know if I feel like that's true, but if you can bring yourself to a point where I'm going to commit myself to this belief and act as if it's true until I can feel like it's true, Paul says, okay, here's how you live it out. Persevere for others. I'm going to read verses 6 through 13, and there's a couple things to say here.